How can we encourage our friends and families to attend weekly lessons? One of the things is by mentioning the great virtues of gathering for lessons. Gathering for lessons, and that is like the hadith of Abu Hurairah that we mentioned at the beginning of this lecture, the hadith in Sahih Muslim. Likewise is to mention the fact that the Prophet ﷺ informed about the fitna happening and the division of the ummah. And then the Prophet ﷺ mentioned that those who are upon that which I am upon and my companions. So where are the masajid that are calling to Tawheed and Sunnah? Tawheed and Sunnah, Tawheed and Sunnah. Where are you finding this? You might have masajid that you're always hearing about politics. And you're always hearing about things that are not beneficial. Things that are not beneficial or are less beneficial. But where are the masajid that are calling to Tawheed and calling to Sunnah and teaching hadith and teaching manners and teaching fiqh, along with Tawheed? Where are these masajid? Do you find it in the Sufi masajid? Do you find it in the Deobandi masajid? No, you don't. You only find it in the masajid of the people of the Sunnah, the masajid of the people of Salafiyah. Likewise, another thing is the tranquility that befalls an individual. When an individual comes to the masjid of the people of the Sunnah, he leaves and he's learned something. He feels that he's left and he's gained nearness to Allah Azza wa Jal. He's learned about his Lord, he's learned about the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And this is something that brings the heart tranquility, harmony. This is something that brings the heart tranquility and harmony and comfort. To be amongst the people that encourage you to gain nearness to Allah Azza wa Jal, encourage you to learn the book of Allah Azza wa Jal, encourage you to learn the Sunnah of the Prophet, encourage you to learn the language of the Quran, the language of the Sunnah, yani Lugha al-Arabiyyah. So these are the type of masajid that you want to be in, and this is one of the ways to encourage your friends and your family members. And one of the ways to do it is that you try, one of the things that I would say that would be difficult is to invite a friend or family member. If they're not accustomed to long lectures, maybe don't invite them to a long lecture. A lecture that's an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe it'll be difficult for them. But mathalan, if your masjid after the prayer, after Maghrib or something, they have a 15-minute talk, 20-minute talk, then this is the type of thing you start them off with. And it's mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, in the book of knowledge, كَانَ يَتَخَوَّلُنَا رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ بِالْمَوْعِظَةِ, that the Prophet ﷺ used to give us a lecture every once in a while. The Prophet ﷺ used to give them a lecture every once in a while, so that they would not become bored. So if your family member or friend is not accustomed to long lectures, don't invite them to a long lecture. It's possible that they won't return. But one of the things that the masajid should implement is the reminders after the prayer. 10-minute reminder, 15-minute reminder. And there's even some books on that. Mathalan, reading from Riyadh al-Salihin. Reading 1 or 2 hadiths from Riyadh al-Salihin, give a short explanation. Invite them to that. So say, come to the prayer, and there's a short lecture. Come to the prayer and there's a short lecture. There's a 10, 15-minute lecture we read from Riyadh al-Salihin. So you invite them to that. They leave. It was very short. They say, I like it. And they'll come again, and they'll come again. And then they'll say, you know what, I think I want some more. And that's when you invite them to the weekend lecture that's longer. So you have to teach the people at their level. You have to invite the people and present to them on their level. You do not bring them to the masjid or a lecture and it's going to be hours. This would be something to deter them from coming in the future, and Allah knows best.